This is your first line of defense is distance. And if I'm too close to use other things, at least I can get something sharp in between me and him that makes him think twice. If the more he pulls in, the more it hurts him. He wants to go the other way. So sometimes that alone will stop one of these type of close attacks. So that's always good. If for some reason they got into you and they're grabbing for you. So let's say, for instance, he's going to grab me or pull me or to throw me again. I'm going to go right to duck feet. See what he did with his hand? He started going for my weapon. You saw that, right? So I did what? I just controlled it. See? So I'm going to give him one of those, and that's really going to be another way to stop that forward progression. We're going to work on knees a little bit too, because that's going to be something that's critical anytime you're in close. Sometimes they'll come up and push you. And this works well. You just Y at him. So when he comes to push me, I just Y at him. I just go. See, when I Y, I go. See, watch what happens. See, there's a whole different thing here. So as somebody comes in to grab, once again, another way you can stop it is simply that. See, I can also use his arms to pull him down into the knee. I can go to the head and pull him into the knee.
If anybody wants to feel how it works in a situation, in a controlled environment, it works under different heights as well.
So
just throwing it out there.
So it
does, yeah. So it does
Just want to throw it out there, right?
throw it out there.
So this would also work on a lapel grab. So if you were to grab me like this, it would be the same thing. I could break that just by that Y and then pull him in. So let's work on that where you grab each other and just break this, and we're going to pull him in for a knee. Now, how we're going to do the knee? The knee is simply going to be brought up. We're going to point our toe down. But sometimes if you have certain boots on, it might be difficult to do. I can do it. You can do it. You might not be able to straighten it as much as you can in your tennis shoes, but you have to make this tight. And the reason you want to make that tight is so that you don't hurt yourself, and so that you can make it sharper for them. So when you hit them with that knee, that's gonna cause damage to them. It's not gonna hurt you. See, that's the hard part. Is people who knee like this, the patella's loose, and this thing starts to move around and gives you some damage. But when you point that toe down, it automatically makes this sharp. So once again, talk about like making yourself like porcupine. You want to make, somebody comes in and touches me, wherever they touch me, it's going to hurt. I'm going to go like this. See, I give him bone. That hurt him.
That was quick.
That hurt him here because I'm giving bone here. So as I do this, I'm giving bone. As I pull him in for that knee, I'm giving bone. So I want to make sure that I'm sharp. I want to make my body sharp and painful for him no matter what. If he touches me, puts hands on me, it's going to hurt him. He's got to learn that. The quicker he learns that, the faster we can cuff him and take him where he's supposed to be. So that lever point is actually the ball of the opposite foot. You're going to again have your heel. And because his heel is up, it allows me to lever and to pivot to if I lean back, guess where the knee goes? It goes out. So before we actually do this technique, let's work on the knee. And here's how we'll do it. So we'll have pads, and here's how we'll do it. Go ahead. See what I'm doing? I'm keeping him leaning back. I'm just pushing.